Well, here we are in 2025, and the latest foldable phone has arrived, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. At first glance, it looks like I'm holding a tablet or a rectangular phone in my hand. But the difference is, you can fold this one like this. After you fold it, there's another screen on the front that you can see. If you've been following my previous videos, this isn't a new concept for you. We've seen so many generations since the original Galaxy Fold. Just imagine having a phone in your hand that you can unfold and fold up again. Of course, only a select few can actually afford to buy a device like this. And yet, that small group of people eagerly buys it every single year. Today, we're going to dive into the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. The phone comes in a special box, which you'll notice is a bit bigger than a typical phone box, more like a tablet box. Once we break the seal and unbox it, you'll see the rest of the contents are tucked away in a separate compartment. Inside, you'll find the essentials, but with a few notable omissions. There's no charging adapter. You only get the USB cable, a SIM removal tool, and some paperwork. While some Chinese phones still come with an adapter, a back cover, and even a tempered glass screen protector, you won't find any of that here. The only other thing you get is this beautiful phone itself. The moment you hold the phone, you'll immediately notice that even when it's folded in half, it feels as thick as a regular phone in your hand. This means that when you unfold it, the device is noticeably thinner than a standard smartphone. You'll also see the crease in the middle of the screen where it folds. This is the result of a massive effort by smartphone companies to use cutting-edge technology to give us something new. After powering it on, you can see how amazing the display is. This is a premium phone with a premium price, a premium look and feel, and it's built with premium, durable materials. According to Samsung, it features an advanced armor aluminum frame and other special materials. Because of the different screen types, they've used various protection technologies like Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2 and Gorilla Glass Victus 2. The frame around the device is also reinforced with titanium to make it even more durable. What if this phone gets wet or gets dusty? Samsung has given it an IP48 water and dust resistance rating. You can also see the hinge, which looks like the hinge on a door. It's a huge engineering feat to implement this kind of technology on a smartphone screen. With each new generation, Samsung has made the hinge feel more seamless and less fragile, so you can use it comfortably and without fear. Now, I'm not sure if I should do this review with the phone unfolded or folded, but I'll show you the details with it unfolded. You can see a speaker here. It has a dual speaker system, one on the top left and one on the bottom right, so you get great stereo sound. If you use this phone for entertainment, playing games, watching movies, or listening to music, you'll get a great sound experience tuned by AKG. Next to it is the SIM tray, which can hold 2 nano SIM cards. If you prefer, you can also install 2 eSIMs. There are also 2 microphones visible, which means you get high-quality sound for voice recordings, videos, and phone calls. On the bottom, you'll find 2 more microphones and a USB Type-C port. If you look closely at the Type-C port on this phone compared to, say, the Galaxy S25 or even the iPhone, you'll notice something interesting. On those phones, there's a lot of space on either side of the port. Here, the port is integrated so snugly that there's barely any room, almost as if Samsung tried to make the phone's thickness match the thickness of the port itself. This suggests that in the future, we might need even smaller ports than Type-C if we want to continue making devices thinner. The phone is available in a few different colors, and there are even special colors if you order online. Now, let's talk about my favorite thing about this phone, the screen. Let's start with the inner screen. This year, they've managed to increase the screen size by about 11% by reducing the bezels. It's an 8-inch QXGA plus Dynamic AMOLED display. The high resolution means you can comfortably fit a lot of information on the screen at once. With a 120 Hz refresh rate, the animations and games are incredibly smooth. The peak brightness of 2600 nits is perfect for sunny countries, and you can also dim it for comfortable use in the dark. The aspect ratio of this inner screen is almost perfectly square, like an Instagram post. Sometimes you might wonder how you'd use a screen like this. For videos, you'll have some black space at the bottom, which is often filled with comments. But when it comes to multitasking, this screen is an absolute game changer. If you're working with an app on the main screen and you fold the phone, you can seamlessly continue using that app on the smaller, front screen. Similarly, if you start on the small screen and then unfold the device, the app expands to the larger screen. The front screen itself is a 6.5-inch Full HD plus Dynamic AMOLED 2X display with the same high resolution and refresh rate as the main screen. To put the size into perspective, here's a Galaxy S25 Ultra next to the Fold 7. The aspect ratios are different. The Fold 7 is tall and narrow, while the S25 is wider. This means you get a different experience on each device. But the front screen on the Fold 7 is designed to give you a familiar smartphone experience for quick tasks like making calls or browsing social media. It's impressive to see that this phone has almost the same camera setup as the Galaxy S25 Ultra. However, because of the phone's slim design, the camera module on the back is slightly raised. The 3 lenses are also quite tall. If you use a screen protector and a back cover, this might not be an issue, but without a cover, the raised lenses and glass could get damaged if you place the phone on a hard surface too often. You can see how the phone wobbles like a seesaw because of the tall camera module. Despite that, you get the same 200 megapixel lens as the S25 Ultra, so you can capture professional level photos. In addition, there's a 10 megapixel camera on the front of the folded phone. When you unfold the device, you'll see a small hole for yet another 10 megapixel selfie camera. This means you have the perfect camera setup for video calls, selfies, or pro-level photography, no matter how you're using the phone. Samsung's pro-level camera software, filters, and AI engine for photography and editing are all included here. Now, what about performance? Qualcomm has created a custom chip for this phone, the Snapdragon 8 Elite 4 for Galaxy. They say the new GPU and NPU are improved, providing better performance and better thermal management to reduce heat. You can buy the phone with either 12GB or 16GB of RAM and with storage options of 256GB, 512GB, or 1TB, if the price isn't a concern for you. How many people are using Android 16 right now? The Galaxy Z Fold 7 comes with the latest Android 16 and One UI 8, along with the promise of 7 years of software updates. So when you invest in this phone, you're not just getting the hardware, you're also getting a long-term software experience. Multitasking is where the large screen truly shines. Imagine you're a student or someone working in an office. You might be listening to music on one device while you work on another. With the Fold 7, you don't have to juggle devices. You can open YouTube on one side, your study notes on another, and your word processor on a third, all at the same time. You can switch between apps, go full screen, and use it in different ways. And it's not just the big screen, Samsung has also made it possible to multitask on the smaller front screen. Something to note is the S Pen. The S25 Ultra and the Galaxy Tabs come with S Pens that allow you to do amazing things. The Fold 6 also supported the S Pen. However, this year's Fold 7 does not support the S Pen. You can only use your finger with it. Aside from that, you get all the familiar Galaxy AI features, including Gemini Live, along with Samsung's trusted Knox security and seamless integration with the Galaxy ecosystem. You can even connect it to a large screen using Samsung DeX to get even more work done. The phone has a 4,400 mAh battery. Samsung claims it can easily last a whole day, even with 2 screens. The big display uses more power, but most of the time you'll be using the phone folded up in smartphone mode. You only switch to tablet mode for bigger tasks, which helps conserve battery life. It supports wired charging, Samsung's wireless charging, wireless power share, and fast charging. With 5G, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, NFC, and a full suite of sensors, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is a high-quality, high-priced, multitasking phone packed with every feature on the market today. Content creators can shoot videos on this phone and edit them on the go using apps like CapCut, taking full advantage of the multitasking features. Gamers can play on the small screen or switch to the tablet mode for a more immersive experience. I think this video has made it clear what a fantastic device this is.
So, some people prefer foldable phones, some prefer a single phone, some prefer a tablet, and others like the hybrid of both a phone and a tablet. What's your choice? Let me know in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe to CyberHQ. If you haven't already, go to YouTube and search for CyberHQ to subscribe and click the notification bell. You can also follow CyberHQ on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back soon with more new videos like this. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and anyone who loves to learn about new tech.